My name's Tom Lange, also known as the Hat Man. I got started with the hats with Fair St. Louis. I went to the MardiGras and I decided to make a hat. I had so many beads and feathers and stuff. So I took a brown hat and made a Mardi Gras hat, and the people were just so impressed with it, and I heard so much about it, and it almost was like people was moving out of my way because they thought I was somebody with that hat. And it was pretty creative. I enjoyed putting that one together. And once I made the first one, and then I made the second one, and then I saw that I had my technique and how I wanted to do them, and it worked for me. And I kept coming up with themes. As long as I could have the theme and find the parts, I went with hats. I'm not really a hat guy, I'm more of a hair guy. I kind of like my looks the way they are, but once I started with the hats, one of the local announcers here in St. Louis dubbed me the Hat Man and the Hat Guy, and it kind of stuck. And by making an opening day hat every year for the Cardinals, I am now the Hat Man. I've made 28 Cardinal hats. When the Cardinals opened a new stadium, I made a hat, the birds in the new nest, and the Post-Dispatch, and everybody just went crazy over it. And I've just been making a hat with a theme every year since for the Cardinals. Once you have a theme, then you got to find the pieces. Then the pieces have to be in perspective, relationship to the hat, a good ratio to the hat. Thank God for eBay and the internet where I can find parts and pieces. And I have an extensive Cardinal collection. I have a lot of stuff in storage that are figurines and bobbleheads and baseballs that, you know, I still have an opportunity to dig into my bucket every now and then. Well, the first thing, you got to have a hat. If you notice, a lot of my hats are straw hats because my technique, I don't use any hot glue at all. Everything on every hat is wired on. And it's a twisting pair of pliers that pull the wire through, and it pulls through the mesh, and the patches, everything you see on almost every hat's wired on except maybe a screw here and there. On the '07 World Series hat, the World Series trophy is made from shish kebab sticks, Scotch tape, and gold glitter paint. One of the hardest hats to make was the Budweiser hat with the Clydesdales. Figuring out how to adhere the hoofs to the hat. So it worked out, turned out fine for me. I have made a lot of other hats too. I did a Sesame Street hat that I love. It's festive, the kids love it. I don't get to wear it much because there's not a lot of Sesame Street activity happening, you know, but it's an exciting hat. I did make a blues hat a few years back, and then with the blues going crazy last year, I got to wear it a couple times, and I did have a Stanley Cup that was ready to be wired on the top of the hat. We were at the watch party, Game 7. When the game was over, I did go out and put the Stanley Cup on the hat immediately and came back and joined in the festivities. It was a great time. I worked in education at UMSL for 20 years, and I did make a couple UMSL hats. I was very honored to work there for those years and be a part of the education community for the kids. When I do the hats, sometimes the creativity gets out of hand and they get heavy, they get awkward. Ozzie Smith has a clothes hanger running through it that pushes on my head and gives me headaches. The bobblehead hat has about 12 bobbleheads on it, and as I walk, they all go crazy, and they're a 4 aspirin hat by the end of the day. Back in 2018, I went to Fredbird's Hall of Fame induction to the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame, and I was honored to be there first off, but Greg Marichek and Robin Graham from the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame were there, and they approached me and told me I was the nominee for the selection for the 2018 Superfan Award. I was shocked. They had only done it the year before, and so I was the second inductee as a Superfan, and you know, to be in the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame, unbelievable. I would like to do one thing if the Cardinals ever provide the opportunity. I'd love to step out on the field and throw that first pitch. To be in the middle of the ball field as the Hat Man for the fans, throwing out that first pitch, I think that'd be really cool. You know, in making the hats, the creativity is important, but the enjoyment's what it's all about. To see the fans, see the kids, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. The kids are standing down there just staring at the hat, pointing at it. And when you're walking by the seats in the stadium and the fans' reaction I get goosebumps from some of them. I mean, they're just so appreciative to see the artwork that's on them and the creativity that they're all about. And to me, that's probably the biggest enjoyment on it.